We found a real mess, didn't we? And upon finding a lot of dead two-headed giant creatures and a lot of what appeared to be innocent bodies, we also met, let's see now, I have them here, the Okari Watch, who are a mixed bag of people, though we found also that 2 of the 5 are actually fell in the fight. We have the elf fighter Vairi, who is still alive, Wolfman Druid Ravel, who is also still alive, Nightheart the horse, who unfortunately with his Cavalier Artul the Fair is dead. We have Jag the halfling, and Tatum the serpent, who is deceased. Although it's been said that Tatum probably had a lot more information that would be useful to you guys than any of those who survived did, and after a bit of chat you guys volunteered to keep watch over the night, so everyone got some rest. You got informed a little bit about the evil fortress of evilness that got built on top of the remains of the Grand Wizard's Tower, that has towers that have not sentient lightning, but there is just magic lightning there that will zap anything that tries to fly over the huge walls that surround said fortress. And along the base of the wall is many monsters and abominations of the evil sorcerer's own creation. I forget if I gave him a name. That's the one thing I don't have noted here, so I assume I didn't give him a name yet. In your possession, among your personal treasures, of course, sorry, is Nor. Nor being the chaotic good, sentient +2 heavy pick that can fly. Just in case you guys forgot about him. So now the morning rises and the sun doesn't really make the scene any brighter, so to speak. In fact, it makes it all the more gruesome as the bonfire person grill dies down to burning embers and the charred bits of corpse, and the magnitude of the corpse pile and just the amount of blood and death everywhere just becomes all the more obvious now it's daytime. Rising with the sun, everyone except Jag appears to wake up at this hour of dawn. If I remember correctly, Tom tends to wake up pretty early, and Genevieve gets up to do her prayers.
I'm already up.
You're already up, okay.
Of course.
I'm at the door.
Oh yeah, you stood at the door the entire night.
Yeah.
And Tom put a hammock in the corner.
Try to open that door, bitch.
Oh yeah, because you're just keeping the door propped closed. Yeah, I forgot.
I repaired the door and I'm standing right in front of it.
Nice.
Genevieve just tries to find a relatively quiet and somewhat secluded place to do her morning prayers.
Do we?
Well, the entire town is
Secluded.
extremely quiet. And
I do not wish to be interrupted.
I assume the corpse I'm on is not actually there.
No, remember it was like cut in half by the door.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Door.
you may
Dang.
need to ask Saphira if you can get out if you want to go find somewhere a bit more secluded than in here.
I'm sorry. All I can think of is just knocking on her backside and then her swinging open like a door. Saphira, do you mind moving out of the way for a moment?
Okay.
Just... thank you.
You just open the door and there's the back of Saphira.
Thank you.
No problem.
I guess from there, just try to find a place that's somewhat peaceful.
Mhm.
Which, I know, luck around here, but
I can actually.
I'm trying, damn it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot because I was doing window capture with Dragonfall. I can actually like check stuff in front of it and have it not show up on the stream. That's actually quite good. Okay. Now then, what's everybody else doing?
Well, I'm usually up early to make my potions and stuff for the day.
There is plenty of space on the table in the center of the room to do so.
Sorry, I'm mildly distracted while I'm leveling, but it won't take long.
It's okay.
One, I need a health roll, please.
Which is
D8.
D8?
D8.
D4 plus dollar. No, D4 plus D4, please. 6.
Yay. Okay. And then Tuffy will just kind of, once she wakes up and everything and puts away her hammock, which I'm assuming she just put in the corner of the room last night, she's gonna go outside and work on making sure all the animals are fed and happy and do some reconnaissance and stuff. So she's gonna go scout around the edges to make sure that nobody's sneaking up on them or whatever.
Alright, roll both perception and your own stealth.
Oh, okay.
And move your token freely.
Yes, I am going to have to, since I was about to up my perception anyway. Okay. Woot.
Then again, if you're doing a patrol, I can assume you're taking 20.
For the stealth or the perception?
Well, I would think both, but roll anyway. We'll see if anything funny happens.
29 for perception.
Nice.
And let me do my... And also, I have a stealth skill of ridiculous currently, so just be aware.
Nice.
Yeah. I am currently all the stealth.
Really quick, did we all get our health rolls?
I don't know. I'll be honest.
I think I did. I tend to ask for it straight after the level
If
up.
you haven't done your level up on your sheet, then I would assume you don't have your roll.
That's the only thing I'm missing.
Oh, the only thing you're missing. Okay. What are you? D10 on a paladin?
Yeah.
And I know I'm doing pussy HP rolls, just like I rolled pussy stats by not rolling 3d6. Get over it. Okay, 6 hit points.
No, I refuse. I will never be out. Yeah, okay, fine.
Alright, that puts me down. Okay, thank you so much.
Because I mean, as much as like spoony intrigue me to actually like play a campaign with 3d6 in order. I don't know. Kind of like what I got going on here. Because it means I can throw bigger bad guys at you. Now.
Please don't. I just got the dents out of this armor.
Too bad.
Okay, Dutch.
Okay, right. So you're patrolling out the perimeter of the Mute Coast. And wait, did I actually update the story part up here? No. Okay. Unless well, I updated it with that, therefore I don't think I would have made a different one. Unless I did an update on this computer. Sorry, because I'm doing like my computer and my laptop, I'm quickly checking to see if I updated some campaign notes here. Ah, there we go. Yep, I got it. I actually have an updated notepad on my desktop that I didn't... Wow, okay. The campaign notes on the laptop have some things that the one on the tabletop, on the desktop don't have. But also the reverse. Okay, so yeah, I've got here. The party land on the Mute Coast and find out the evil sorcerer Zelroth Grail has built a fortress where the wizard's tower once stood. The walls are armed with magical towers that will shoot down those who fly too close, and monsters surround the outer walls. Zelroth Grail. Nice.
Hmm?
I approve of my own name creation.
What? Yes, you may have one.
Alright. After a while, Rovel and Vairi have thrown down their rations and some water, and Rovel just heads over to Jack and literally just picks him up out of bed. Up! We must give our fallen their proper rights. He's like, oh, God, fuck, Ravel. Jesus, man. First time I've actually got some decent sleep, but I'm up. Well, at least in a while. Oh, I'm up, damn it, put me down.
Blast, I'm already awake!
Ravel just drops him back on the bed, puts some rations on the bed next to him, and heads outside. Vairi following? Or Vairi? I have no idea. Jack's kind of begrudgingly just kind of sitting there, just eating his rations. Alright, in your patrol around the Mute Coast, or I guess this place, yeah, I think this is like the name of this particular port town with Mute Coast. Did you guys ask about the origin of the name, or was it just like on more relevant current subjects?
There were more relevant subjects, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first got here, there were like dead bodies and stuff, so we didn't really care.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sir. You need a health roll, D8.
Rogue class, so yes, D8.
6. Well, 5, sorry. Okay, here we go. In your patrol around the outskirts of the town, the wilderness bears nothing. You don't even find any, like, predatory creatures that are gathering around to try and scavenge. It's just nothing. The trees are darkened, almost black, yet still alive and bearing leaves. The earth looks like it's not dead, but drained. Not, like, as I said, not fully dead, but it looks like there, as if it's, what do you call it?
Shard?
Like it's harrowed, I guess, or desecrated, but not like fully desecrated. Like the evil that is permeating from the fortress is tainting the land. Yeah. It's
Corruption or
corruption, tainted, yeah. Not to the point of making trees that have tentacles, but, you know, everything's looking a bit less green, as it were, or at least a much darker green.
So basically the Plague Lands from World of Warcraft.
I never saw them, but I'm gonna say yes.
Can probably dig up a photo.
Yeah. But you can see just off into the horizon that the closer to the fortress it gets, the more just complete lifelessness fills the actual land. To the point that within a few miles all the way around the fortress, it's just, you can see just all the way across it, because it's just flat, lifeless ground.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, actually, that is very good, actually. Soon enough, the hour passes, and meditations and prayers can be concluded. And there's the sound of construction, or at least minor construction, not like heavy mechanical construction going on behind the fortified barracks that you stayed in. During this time, Jag finished his rations and has joined the others of the Akari Watch. The alive ones. He didn't go and join the dead ones in being dead.
I would hope not. That would just be more.
Yeah, just goes to like walk out the door, trips and falls, and the corpse breaks his neck. It's like, oh, you tripped on a loose flagstone. Retry.
Actually, it makes me think of that used boat salesman in Monkey Island.
Oh god.
It was Stan or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, used boat, used book, used everything. Used coffin salesman.
Exactly.
Okay. What is everybody else doing?
I'm just standing around humming.
Seychart is doing her alchemy for the morning.
I haven't found anything of note on my searching.
No. You basically, like, your observations made you observe just how, like, how much you should be noticing in a place like this, but it's just absent. Like, you know, your knowledge of a typical wilderness has told you that there's a lot of things missing right now. There's no white noise. In fact, the only sort of white noise you hear is the ever so faint crackling of those towers that surround the fortress, all the way off in the horizon.
Oh man, who forgot to do the sounds on this?
Huh. Oh, shit.
So I noticed that there's like no bugs, no other animals, no, like at least the noises of them.
Yeah, like even down to that level, there's like no bugs.
Okay, and I'm gonna once I start noticing that, I'm going to start specifically looking around for signs of animal tracks, burrows, ant hills, like literally anything that would show there's animal life around.
You do find them with that higher roll, but they're either full of dead creatures or just abandoned.
Okay, so I'm not finding any signs of actual live animal life or insect life.
Nope, not in this area.
Okay. After I've scouted around a little bit, I'm going to return back to the rest of the group.
Okay. Out the back, right on the coast, in another nice spot to look over the waters, the survivors of the Okari Watch have built pyres for their comrades, and soon enough they have the bodies moved to the appropriate place.
When Tuffy gets back to the group, she's going to be looking really uneasy. Guys, I don't like this place. Can we leave soon?
What's wrong?
There aren't any animals or like insects or literally any life that I can find. I found a few dead creatures, but nothing living. Like, listen, there's not even noise. And I found some burrows, but they were either abandoned or the things in them were dead, and I really don't like that.
Man, he looks too squished as one, too tall in two. It's Oh, ideal. Ideal.
Well, I got nothing against leaving. I mean, we're supposed to go. I don't know.
That's big.
Jen's just
We're supposed
gonna
to take on the tower anyways. That's probably the source of the death.
Now that looks too narrow. Could this be way too big?
Jen's just gonna go over there and perform many like last rites
Mm-hmm.
after she finishes her prayers.
Until everybody's ready to go, Tuffy's just gonna sit in the corner surrounded by all of her animals and like try to comfort herself by praying to Kedifis.
I think Tom's actually going to sit with Tuffy to help comfort her.
Okay.
Because, yeah, rogue types need each other. Especially when things are scary.
Is this transparent or is it white background? White background.
Yeah, she's a little freaked out because even on the dragon, there was like animal life. You know, like people had pets and their insects had found their way on and things like that. But like here, there's nothing except what she brought with her, and she is freaked.
I mean, even in the great scar that the dragon made, there was still life. Barely there, but there was life.
Once appreciating you giving the last rites, the very Rovel and Jag light the pyres, and for the next like few hours they just stand there. No, I guess they should put that back on the token layer because it needs to be above them. Yeah. It's all somber and their cloaks are just flowing in the coastal winds. And inside things are not much better. Well, I think Sage might be happy enough just making alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce is like coming up to Tuffy and just licking her hand. Just like, you okay? Bro?
Yeah, she'll like pet him and hug him close and stuff.
Bro. Bro. He starts slobbering all over her face. His way of trying to cheer her up. After much time and contemplation passes, the oh, there we go. Now I can actually click people. Ravel eventually looks to the other two and turns to Genevieve. I need to talk to your group.
Alright then. As far as I know, everybody's in the main hall there.
Then let us go.
Alright. Morning, guys.
Hello.
And then she just kind of looks at him and steps aside.
We have a report from Tuffy about the situation between here and the tower.
Everybody's here. Don't throw this cup out. I'm gonna finish my soup when I get home.
Well, what did you see? Far less than you expected, I'm sure. Far less than you expected.
Even in the Dragon Blight we had to cross to get from one patch of civilization to another, there was life. Here there is nothing.
Tuffy just kind of whimpers and hugs Bruiser closer.
Zoroth Grail's influence used to simply be within his own walls. But since he has remained where he is, and only grown stronger and built his army around his walls, his influence and corruption has spread, decimating life, at least on a natural scale. The fact that it's even happening here right on the coast may tell you just how little time before all the trees fall away and any sanctuaries we had left were, well, exposed to his eye.
Then perhaps it's time we donned the robes of dragon cultists and came to his tower. It may be our only way in.
A bold idea, but one that I believe has been tried before. While I don't know every attempt to access that tower that has been made, subterfuge has, well, never been my strong suit. But Jag isn't exactly in the mood to talk. Neither's Veery. In fact, I have things that we, well, would appreciate your help on.
Go on.
With the loss of our members, we do not feel that we are up to the task that we set out here to do. For the Mute Coast was a simple investigation into a matter on the way to what was our original mission. And those towers are only one of the problems. His gates, while already massive and pure metal in construction, are also guarded by powerful wards. It's one of these wards that is being maintained by an external power that we have actually located to a location known simply as, well, we have no idea what it was originally called, but it's recently been known as the Fiery Sanctum. Within, we suspect that this power source can be located, and we intended to destroy it and perhaps find some clues as to where the others are that will allow us to perhaps breach his defenses and at least be able to go through the gates if we reach them. Now, we realize that with the lack of life that remains on this continent, that hunting for supplies such as food is going to be impossible, and I wouldn't really recommend drinking the water either. But there is a place here that I mentioned, a few of them in fact, that some would call sanctuaries. And one of them is Yaren. It's far from here. Well, the Fiery Sanctum is closer, but only by about a day's travel or so. And if if you were to travel to Yaren first, then, well, from there it would take a good 4 days to travel to the Fiery Sanctum. From here it would only take, well, 1, if you manage to move quickly and only stop when necessary to camp. From here to Yaren, it's, well, it's a 2 days travel. On foot, of course, since Otto was the only one who had a horse. Unfortunately, we've not managed to find any of the livestock that the people here kept. Well, it would be appreciated if you picked up where we sadly are going to leave off for now. We need to regroup. When I say regroup, there's not really many men left of us, but recruit maybe have been a better word.
I have an idea. If we're gonna make this travel and we need to make sure that we have enough like food and water to take, Genevieve, are you good with like purifying water for like drinking?
I need to check. I think I can do that. Out of character, let me get back to you on that.
Okay. Because if we could purify, you know, seawater, we could take some water with us. And, we'd have to leave, almost everything here, but we could take some supplies maybe from the ship, and then they could sail out enough to back where there's sea life and survive off of fish and stuff while we're gone. And I could send my raven to come back and scout the coast and alert them when we're ready to come back.
To answer your question, I can do but I can only do it once.
Like once a day?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we wouldn't be gone for that long if we leave from here. Maybe like 2 days. Right?
Yeah. I can create 2 gallons of it, so...
Oh,
two
create water.
gallons. 2 gallons per level of pure water.
No. So we wouldn't even have to take the water with us?
I believe so, if I understand this correctly.
Okay. Because I know there's also like a purify water and food spell where you can just take stuff that shouldn't be drinkable and turn it into drinkable stuff.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's a
that
priest spell.
Okay. I'm not sure because I've never played any of those classes.
Yeah.
Incidentally, according to this, I can also enhance water, which turns it into an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah. I also, if I remember correctly, you have your horse and cart on the ship.
Well, I mean, we do, but if we bring the horses and stuff, then we also have to bring food for the horses and water for the horses, and... I mean, my other thought was that, well, I'm not sure how strong Saphira is, but I don't think she needs water, and she doesn't need sleep.
Well, she
No.
needs-
Well, I need water, but it doesn't need to be clean.
Would be better if it's clean though, otherwise you end up with dirt build up after the steam.
Yeah, but I can fix the dirt with another spell.
True.
It's just a lot of hassle. Sadly, purified food and drink is not a paladin.
No.
No.
Plus, you know, if you make just pure water anyway, you just get one big freaking trough, make water into it, and then just drink from that, and then before you leave, just fill your water skins.
Yeah.
That's why I had to make that joke. Make it rain.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
so,
create food and drink is actually a wizard spell.
Yeah. I don't generally play magic users, so I'm not as familiar with magic spells unless it's on the bard spell list, because I do play bards. That's the closest I get to magic user.
Create food and drink, you said?
Yeah.
That's cleric and shaman.
Ah. Okay.
But anyway, so what do we think about the plan?
To me, that sounds, well, better than anything I can come up with. But you'll need this, and he reaches into his cloak and he pulls out his what is it, like crest that was attached to his armor, and he holds it out to one of you. Don't wear it openly, but keep it with you.
Jen's gonna just kind of take it and look at it and... What is this?
It's what identifies us as members of the Okari Watch, and you'll need it if you go to Yaren and want to have, well, if you want to actually go to Yaren. You'll understand when you get there.
Alright.
I also take my map of the area. You'll need it. And he just pulls out his map of the continent, which has a lot of notes and route plans and stuff on it.
Nice.
So I keep burping. It's because I'm drinking soda rather than coffee.
Happens.
Alright, well, let's get back on the rowboat, head back to the ship, gather up supplies, talk to the captain, all that kind of stuff.
May I go
And,
with you?
Huh?
May I go with you?
I don't see why not.
Sure, it could be fun.
Then I'm ready when you are.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll all head back to the rowboats and yeah.
Now I'm just reminded of that Skyrim in a nutshell where Heavy's just running along and then he just picks a flower and then just falls over. It's
You are
encumbered.
encumbered.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I am Dragon Man. Pick flower. Oh god. Remember, you do have a tank, pretty much.
Eh. Oi.
Yeah. So we're all gonna head back over to the ship then.
Alrighty. You all head over to the ship. The crew seem to be just keeping an idle state on the ship. Like keeping it ready for next orders, but not basically stopping it from drifting too much and straining the mooring rope. Stop! God damn, I hate whatever's doing this. Like, I'll click and drag something and then it'll act like I double clicked it when I let it go.
Oh, yeah. I hate it when that happens.
Boop. Barr. You hear someone call for Evelyn as they saw you coming on the rowboat. And soon the captain emerges. Ah, good morning to you. I kind of forget her voice, but welcome back on board my ship. Have you decided what you plan on doing?
Yeah, we gotta go take care of some stuff. But here's the thing. You guys are gonna have to go back out to sea a little bit to wait for us, because the closer you stay to shore, the harder it is gonna be to find food and stuff. We're gonna have to take everything with us.
That's
but
a lot of supplies.
yeah, unfortunately. But we should only be gone a couple of days before we come back, maybe?
Couple of the days. Well,
I was thinking that like once or twice a day you could send my raven back toward land, and if we're there, the raven will come back and just kind of squawk at you and make a bunch of fuss, and if it comes back and just chills out, then we're not there and you guys can just wait. Okay?
alright. So... So do we need all the supplies just moved to the buildings there, or are you going to be taking the cart and having it go with you?
I don't know. Tom?
We'll need our armored transportation.
Alright, we'll have to try and get in as close as we can without getting ourselves stuck, because, well, we'll have to extend the freight arm in order to move it.
But may I suggest offloading literally everything that is not super important? So only like food, water, weapons that we're gonna need, and then everything else can stay here. Because the lighter we travel, the faster we'll travel.
Well, I have enough supplies on this ship to keep this crew fed for a year. I doubt you'll need it all.
Well, I know, I just meant that I mean, because honestly, out of game, we've got like tents and firewood and like all kinds of other like random stuff. Like she's suggesting like let's literally just take the minimum for this trip so we can move as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we can pick up firewood on the way. It's not like any trees are going to be living.
Because we keep an obscene amount of crap in that wagon, to be honest. Like,
I got 80 bullets for some reason.
yeah.
Well, to be honest, when we first got that wagon, we had no idea what we were getting into.
We were getting into a wagon.
Yeah.
Well, we had no idea what we were getting the wagon into.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
So
you'll need your steeds as well.
supplying for the apocalypse was basically how we decided to do that.
Yeah,
That's the
because
only
at
way
that
to do it,
time, like at the time we did that, towns were like few and far between, so we were having to basically live in that thing.
We adapt.
Exactly.
And now towns are close, but there's nothing in between them.
Yeah.
So we still need the damn apocalypse roller.
What? There's dirt.
Oh god, the image I just had in my head.
You know, we need to spray paint in chrome paint, witness me on the side of that damn thing.
I just had this image of Saphira pulling this thing but moving like really fast with Running in the 90s playing in the background.
So yeah, we're let's do all that.
Running in the
Yeah.
90s, the 1190s.
Hey, counts.
Alright,
Mostly.
well, it'll take us, well, quite a bit of today to get so much unloaded. I suggest that maybe you just, food-wise, only take the, well, the stuff that'll keep without proper storage being needed. Because we have a, what is known as a cold hold down there, which is, well, basically stopping a lot of our perishables from being subjected to the elements. But we do have plenty of preserved meat, and dried nuts, you know, the usual stuff you would find in rations. And honestly, it's been a very long time since we've actually had to fall back on such rations. So much so that I think last year we had to actually buy new rations because
They do get a sell-by date.
they do. But trust me, a group your size with the supplies we have, it's, well, it's a week's worth for the entire crew, so therefore I think you'll be fine. And who are you who have joined them here? Ravel just basically explains. You know, Ravel, I'm with your Akari watch, and I have a proposition for you. I'm listening, though well, I would like to hear it openly in front of my friends here. Morale kind of pauses a moment and goes, I have no choice. There are a few left on this continent that are brave enough or stupid enough to actually try and stand against Zelroth Grail. And I was hoping that, if possible, through the way that you got here, we could return to other continents and perhaps build an army. Though, if you wish to stay here and, well, look out for the group here to return and have need of you, I understand. It's just, well, if there is a greater peril that's threatening this entire planet, I don't know it. Therefore, unless there's a real emergency need to, the party should have no need to leave this continent until, well, we find a way to take down this damn sorcerer. That is what you set out to do, is it not? Or at least you would have to get access to these archives that you seek. I know what I'm asking is a lot, but hell, you're the first reinforcements we've had in years. Ravel is getting more and more tense as the silence continues.
Well, I don't know what to say.
He's,
Nothing.
yeah, he's clearly dreading your answer.
I'm sorry, but my brain totally spaced. I didn't even hear the question.
Okay, in short, he said, you basically... Welcome to the end game. This is your last chance to turn back. Do you wish to continue? After this, you probably won't leave the continent until the sorcerer is dead. Yes, no.
Yeah, I mean, at least this group. I mean, I don't know about Saphira, because Saphira joined us later than that and doesn't have the same motivations as the rest of us, but this entire group, that's kind of what we're here for, so...
That's been our motivation the entire trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just assisting.
But, Ravel doesn't know that. He just knows that you're looking for the archives, so he's just, said it a lot more eloquently and more in character than I just summarized it as.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point...
Tuffy basically just turns to Saphira and goes, this is your chance to stay here if you want. You've been really super helpful, and we like having you around, but this isn't your fight.
I'm coming.
Unless you want it to be.
What am I gonna do, twiddle my thumbs? If I'm going anywhere, it's with you. Yes.
Sorry.
Tom just wraps his hand around the scabbard of his katana, rests the hilt of it on his shoulder. We came here from the dragon to stop the end of the world. This is old hat for us.
I just... If the captain would allow me to go and recruit some reinforcements through however ways you managed to reach other continents, you will be on your own for some time, at least down this particular ally. I'm not the best way with words, and so I guess
We're used to working on our own without allies. We'll be fine. We'll give you the time you need.
If I can return with an army, then, well, hopefully by that time those walls will be down and we'll be able to help you cut your way through the swath of creatures that surround that damn gate. It'll be a battle for the ages if anyone is left alive to write about it. Sorry, I'm being a doomsayer here. It's just... I'm a druid and there's extremely little life left here for me to draw power from. Nature is just screaming and dying in my ears every damn day.
Tuffy puts a hand on his shoulder yeah, I get you, man.
Very well. And you, Captain, what say you? If they're fine with it, then, well... Yeah, it sounds like it's war, and it's been a long while since we've had one of those, at least one with meaning. I think I can allow myself to be involved. Okay, now, are there any others who you wish to bring with you? You said you were one of 3 survivors. Is the others coming? Well... Yes, I will have to convince Jag, since he was born on this continent, and would be very objective to leaving, but the more people we have recruiting, the better. Just might have to try and lessen the truth with some honeyed words in order to actually have more luck. I've been good with that, but I should have the time during the travels to at least get an adept at it. I will not rush you, as you said you have supplies to unload. I shall spend the day trying to gather the others. Thank you, all of you. Word alone does not cover what's about to be attempted here. And while it's going to be a long, difficult road ahead of you, all of us, it's the only one that so far I've seen that may actually end with something more than just blighted land. Really not doing the mood any favors, am I?
Eventually, the dragon will have to come down and its people debark. We'll need a home, won't we?
Depends on how hard that dragon lands. But you have a good point. If only there was a way to contact the dragon. Perhaps might even be able to get reinforcements from there.
You wouldn't get reinforcements you could trust if you could contact the dragon.
Well, maybe not the dragon itself, the one that caused all
You
this.
still wouldn't get reinforcements you can trust.
Well, I have only your word to go on the matter, so it sounds like it was a bad time up there.
The less the common people know about what's really going on, the better at this point.
Is it propaganda and indoctrination?
The dragon is waking up. Even if we win this war, we'll have limited time to get back to the dragon and stop that.
Fuck. Is all he said.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It's like, yeah, you thought you were the final boss battle. Nope.
Well then, Godspeed. I guess we have more borrowed time than I thought.
Sorry, Mario, the princess is in another castle.
You're only in World 7.
What just happened?
On the bright side, if we win, we'll have an entire dragon's worth of people to help clean up the land, right?
I think Kel just dropped out the call. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she's in. Yeah.
God. Entire dragon's worth of people to help repopulate the land, plus whatever livestock they had on board, and an entire dragon's worth of food. Because, like, fuck, we're letting that dragon ever get up again.
And would have plenty of people to help clear the area of the devastation, reforest, rebuild, whatever. Look on the bright side, we might not survive.
Who's taking a hit from a bong right now?
Nope, my Keurig going off.
Okay.
Sorry.
You turned your Keurig into a bong? Neat.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but hi.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my connection just kind of pooted.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, it pooted.
Put
We're still really
here.
I'm just a little confused because, the bill's been paid and everything, so I don't know what the hell.
Just because the bills get paid doesn't mean they have to do their jobs. America.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah, that's not. Okay. Back in game.
Happy times! Happy times.
No.
Aw.
Back in game.
Sure they are.
Doom.
Doom. Doom.
At least
just-
it's Doom we can fix.
Tubby's
That's
just
the best
standing
kind of
over
doom.
to one side, going doom, doom, da, doom, 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 doom.
Alright.
I'm really questioning your enthusiasm here.
So, with that all said, the ship is brought as close to the coast as it can until there's basically a slight grinding sound as they're risking getting grounded.
Grounded.
And they drop both anchors on the side furthest from the coast, and from the hold they have to start putting together the freight crane, which isn't in too many pieces, but they did have to break it down to like have it be central weight on the ship, not off to one side all the time, or a swinging hazard. But then the rest of the day is basically spent getting the cart, all of the non-perishable food supplies, all of the essential supplies. Therefore, maybe Mr. Nimble Squishy has to stay on the ship.
Yeah, no, all the animals except Bruiser are basically staying on the ship, and the horses if we absolutely need them.
Well, if you are taking the cart, then you probably need at least one of the horses.
Okay.
I mean, the heavy combat trained horse would be able to move the cart on his own, but not as quickly.
Well, she'll leave it up to the group. Either we bring both horses and have to bring like extra feed and water and stuff for them, or we just bring the combat trained horse.
Well, you have plenty
move
of
slower.
feed, stuff that you yourself wouldn't eat.
Okay.
It's
I mean, if we'll be able to keep the horses to like at least a minimum, fed and watered level, then okay.
I think between the alchemist and the paladin, we can keep ourselves in water.
mhm.
I mean, come on,
Fine.
purifying water should be a base level alchemist trick.
Well, yeah, boiling it and then letting it cool.
Mm.
Also, strain it through things like muslin or cheesecloth first. Get the worst of it out and then boil it. Depends on what all's in it.
Well, some say it's the water that killed the life around here. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it.
It's not the water, it's a lot more. Sorry. Bad joke.
Anyway. So yeah, they unload everything that you need. I'll need to find your cart again. Where's the last place we had it? Was it in the... Did I have it in the camp pasted? No. Of course I didn't. Okay, let's have a look at the archived ones. Um, did we have it in port, like Tinker, the actual icons? I think it was just icons. I don't think we actually had the cart there.
Oh.
Where's the last place we actually had the full-on icons for the damn cart?
Yeah, Nimblheim? I don't know.
No, let's try that.
Monster Town.
Hmm.
Where's my fucking post-its?
Is it under there?
Post-its, where are you? I need to write angry at headphones.
No, you know what? Let's just carry on with the whole it's there, doesn't need an icon.
Okay.
That's fine.
But yeah, both horses would be... You know what, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna butt out. I should let the party do their own resource management.
One thing sure, I'm not bringing for the 40 pounds of bullets.
Why not?
Because it's 40 pounds of bullets.
Why would you have 40 pounds of bullets?
Because I did something stupid when I joined the game. And
Okay.
got 100 bullets.
Okay.
That's not stupid. That's thinking ahead.
I overdid it. We could just throw it at someone someday.
Well, I'm
40 pounds.
I'm pretty sure we'll go through 100 bullets before the end of this campaign.
And thing is, I never use my sling.
Oh, sling bullets. I was gonna say, I was like, I thought you meant like lead shot for free.
Nah. I got a stone bow.
Oh, yeah.
Saphira has an arm cannon. She just didn't tell anybody.
I mean, it's a backup if you run out spells.
What if we need to throw a crap load of stones at someone? We got 100.
I mean,
Well, yeah, technically you could leave the bullets behind since with
For now.
slings you can pick up any stone and it'll fly.
You just have to have 20, so for now it's enough.
oh, having 20 would be fine. Yeah, you can just pick them back up again.
I mean,
A reserve clip of 20 is plenty.
It was just a note. Yep.
I mean, it's like your sidearm, pretty much.
Okay, just checking my equipment. I have 20 normal and 10 smokes.
Okay.
So, if we need smoke, it's there.
You got those smoke bullets that ninjas just throw at the ground when they disappear.
Yeah. Except I'm not fast, so I don't disappear. I'm just walking away really clumsily.
Although it's a lot smaller than a smoke bomb would be.
Eh.
So it's like covers half of you and you're like, I'm gone. Okay, anyway.
Dee-dee-doo. Back to the game.
Your cart is unloaded. The combat trained horse is unloaded. The other horse is up to you. You'll have to bring more food, but you will still gain speed from the extra horse.
I honestly think it's worth it to take the extra horse.
I would have to agree on that.
Okay.
Alright, you take both horses, which means that basically all the feed that was on the cart already remains, because you were
Yeah.
stocked up for 2 horses anyway. And, you basically shed any weight that you don't need, such as, trinkets and stuff, I would suppose. The animals, the food for those specific animals. I don't know, we don't have to be exact about this, so you trim the fat for combat-oriented crusade supplies. And basically,
Yeah, the tents and all those other things are getting left behind. Since we've got a tent, it's called the wagon.
Yeah.
True, but the
With
tent.
hammocks, I mean, they don't take up much room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tank.
I mean, the tent you do have is a pavilion, which is much bigger than the cart itself. But
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
going to need that till the war, so it can stay on the ship.
fair enough.
Besides,
The spare wagon wheels and axles we should take with us.
How many oxen? Sorry. I just-
Nobody dysentery.
Oh, in that case, we should take 100 bullets since we're going on the Oregon Trail.
Unfortunately, this Oregon Trail has nothing to hunt.
Oh, so it's the Oregon Trail.
Well, yeah, there will be plenty of things hunting you. Now, okay. So, it takes the entire day to get this done. In fact, the sun goes down when people are still getting things shipped, and the pyres are still burning that entire day. They build those things good. And it's by the end of that day that, well, very never leaves the pyre's side, even when Rovell comes to talk to her. Eventually, when it actually reaches full-on nighttime and the flames start to die down, Barry gathers up the ashen remains of her compatriots and puts them in a vessel. It's only then that she heads back inside. Blah de blah, people sleep. You know. And then by morning, you guys will be ready to shoot.
Yeah. Tuffy's gonna say bye to all the animals she's leaving behind and explain to the Raven what his job is and everything, and and then she's gonna like tell the captain that like she trusts her and thank her for taking care of everybody.
Ah!
By that point, you notice that all three remaining members of this particular branch of the Okavi Watch have joined you on the ship. Jack is on the ship for just a few minutes and he's already looking, well,
Seasick?
not seasick, but he's definitely not comfortable with the situation. He's like, oh man, this is an unsure footing. So, right. Alright, well, I'm not exactly sure when we'll be back, or how we're gonna get the reinforcements across the Great Divide, but hell, maybe we can try and find some more of the northern continents to help out. Now, whenever you see me again, I should have a great number of heavily armed friends with me. The best of luck in your mission. You're the you're the spearhead of a war. To put it lightly as you can about such things.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But enough. We're getting sentimental and I'm starting to bring things down as much as Ravel. Genevieve,
Hmm.
I'm gonna miss you. A lot. Also, it's been fun sailing with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Take care of yourself, all of you.
Will do.
We'll be fine.
I'm sure you will. And if not, I'm gonna find you.
Huh?
You heard
It's
me.
okay, Shijoching.
If you,
Ah,
if you guys don't come back alive, I'm gonna find you.
well, I'm gonna be easy to find. I'm like the only relic alive these days.
Then off with you, and I'll have a man row you over so you can bring back the boat.
That was irritating. What'd I miss?
Not
Not
much,
much.
just Evelyn saying, "See you when the war's been started." Well, I say started. It's been going for quite some time, but you know.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And with that, the crane has been deconstructed, and the ship. You see, like a bunch of men with extremely long sticks kind of push off the shallow and get the ship, like assisted by the winds and the sails, away from the shore and start sailing for parts unknown. And once it's out of sight, nothing but the popping of the embers of the pyres and the sounds of your horses ready and waiting. Those are the only sounds that fill this area. All that in the water, of course. It's just to say that, like, this is you guys in formation in or on the wagon, you know? And you head off. Why does it keep... Oh, 'cause of Bruiser.
Bruiser, you silly puppy.
Wop, wop,
Bar?
wop, 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 wop. Oh yeah, also update your tokens HP, you guys,
Yep.
Alright,
before I copy them.
where is our tokens?
Where I just did.
Up at the top.
Oh, there they are. Hey, look, tokens.
Yay!
Yeah, mine's updated.
Ah,
I have no clue.
Select.
So, oh yeah, okay.
I need to. There we go.
Oh, sorry, it's Bruiser in the way.
Yeah, Bruiser sometimes does that. Okay, so Bruiser's updated is.
Don't forget to increase the maximum value of your hit
Yep.
points, so that your health bar doesn't do what Sage Hearts just did.
Huh?
Don't forget to update both values of your HP.
Where do I do any of that?
Well, where you've changed it to 46 on bar 1, you've got to have it out of 46.
I have no idea what you're talking
Double
about.
clicking your token. Don't worry, I did it for you.
Okie dokie.
Right, is everyone updated?
I have updated.
Cool. Right then, where are you guys heading off first? Are you heading straight to the Fiery Sanctum, or are you going to swing by this Yaren you heard of?
Hmm.
What's a yarn?
What's a paladin?
What's a paladin, you son of a... Sorry.
Yaren sounds good.
Yeah, it's 2 days to Yaren, 1 day to the Fiery Sanctum. But maybe even less on horse with the cart.
Well, we're on an unknown ground, so maybe it would be best to sacrifice 1 day to get used to the place and have an ally, maybe? I don't know.
Depends on how much supplies we've got.
You've got plenty now. You've got... In terms of, like, the perishables were enough to feed the entire crew of that ship for a week. I mean, the non-perishables. And those have been unloaded onto the cart. So break, like, times... Yeah. Divide the number of people in that crew by 5, and then times a week by that number. So let's rough figures say, what, a crew of 40? So, yeah. So 8 weeks worth for 5 people. Okay, now. So you're heading to Yaren. Okay, copied. All sorted. It takes you a good part of a day to basically make out the map and find these trails that are mostly made up of, well, forgotten roads. Well, not forgotten, but unmaintained roads, and at some places ways around impassable parts of the road, until you end up in Yaren.
Yeah, crap.
Nice place.
You arrive to what seems to be the ruins of an old town. Dust covers everything. Place is completely decrepit.
There's a sign that says "Welcome to Megaton."
The trees here are completely black and devoid of any leaves. Many of the buildings are missing part, if not all of their roofs. Of their roof, I mean. Many of them are missing parts of their walls, in fact. And someone's playing a game that was made by the same people that made Clash of Clans.
There's an army on the hill. I just heard the drums.
Is someone playing like Age of War or something?
Nah.
Because I tried Clash of Clans once and I remember that fucking chime right before dun 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 dun. It's like... I've been playing Dungeon Boss on my mobile recently. It's quite good. Anyway. You ride into town, and the wind rushes through the town, rattling and basically giving the entire place an even more haunted feel than it looks.
Bit of a fixer-upper, but you know, it could be a nice place. Maybe. Genevieve's just gonna shut up now.
Hmm?
No, I think you've got a point. After all, might as well buy while the property values are low, right?
Yeah, I think property values are at 1.
Ahead of you is the remnants of a fountain. The basin still has water in it, but the pipes no longer flow.
Tom's gonna get out and start searching houses.
Perception? Perception? Perception?
Perception.
Perception!
Oh, are we all doing perception? I can do perception. I like perception.
We're scrolling up.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can take 20. Oh, never mind.
Yeah! How's that for a nat 20?
Sup?
Kiki sees all the things.
I see things in other dimensions at this point.
Kiki sees us. Uh-oh.
Hey, I tried to tell you, stay away from those mushrooms.
You find
I'm just eventually gonna become like Deadpool and break the fourth wall with my perception checks, you know? I'm gonna be like, hey, look, Ben is over. Oh, wait, sorry, Tom. Tom is doing the thing, you know?
just like Tuffy just looks at the camera instead of "Hi Tom," it's "Hi Ben."
Yeah.
She would.
But yeah, I love that trailer. Within the remnants of the town, you find, well, an old sewer grate, a completely destroyed well, what appears to be a demonic statue of some kind, which actually seems to be one of the more recent additions to this place, along with the fissure in the ground. You don't see a bottom or a part where this ground reconnects with itself. It appears to go on forever. And, you know, apart from the dust, the dirt, the rubble, and the rat, there's nothing else here.
There's a rat?
Yeah,
A live one?
yeah.
Well, we know who's talking to it.
Yep.
Hello, Mr. or Miss Rat.
Kiki's the only one that sees this rat.
And she just suddenly starts squeaking at it, or whatever the hell the language, the appropriate language is. She's gonna be like, I'm not here to hurt you. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
The rat freezes in place and then goes, "How the hell could you see me?"
I got really good eyes.
Nat 20.
What? Who are you? What are you doing here? This is my city.
Oh, we heard you were having some problems, and that a bad person was around, so we came to take care of the bad person.
What? Bad person? Here? No. I am a great defender of this place. Monsters run in fear as they gnaw at their ankles.
Are you the only one left alive?
Yes.
Di-
I am great hider and observer. How you see me is great surprise. What else is seen on you? What else do you have? You have offering for me, great mayor of this town. King, even.
Do I have something appropriate on me to offer to the mouse that it would like? The rat?
How about a Star Wars franchise?
Some cute. Some bit of food or something shiny. I don't know. She'll pull something out that is appropriate and hand it over.
Cracker should work.
Yeah, whatever. Bit of hardtack or whatever the hell she brought with her.
This one no longer desires such things. This one feasts on the flesh of his enemies.
Oh, what? Well, I got no enemies for you. Sorry.
Ah, then how I know you're not enemies?
'Cause I tried to give you food instead of stomping on you?
Ah, treachery and trixies.
Am I gonna have to roll a persuasion on the rat? 'Cause I'll do it.
You are foreign to this land. You not stink of sorcerer corruption, yet you still different.
Well, we came to stop the sorcerer because the sorcerer's been killing everything else, as you have probably noticed. I am very impressed by your ability to resist the sorcerer.
Ah, sorcerer not interested in this one. This one unseen by sorcerer. Sorcerer's eyes are blinded to this one.
Well, that is very, very impressive. She's being totally honest, too. She's like, absolutely like, I have no idea how you've survived, dude, but all my respect.
It is why it's all the more impressive that you see me now. For I was hiding. I was hiding hard.
I'm good at hiding, too. People almost never see me if I don't want them to.
Tell me, what deeds do you mean to accomplish? Killing sorcerer. Ha! This is fool's errand.
Well, maybe, but we gotta try because nature's kind of gone really bad, as you noticed. Like, there's not much food around, there's nobody to mate with, like, it's all bad.
Did you say meat or mate?
Both.
Yes, it's true, and my tail's itching. Nature is bad right now.
Yeah, so if we kill the sorcerer, though, nature can go back to the way
Excuse
it's
me,
supposed to be.
I have important business. And then he proceeds to start scratching at his itchy tail. Ah, business concluded. We may continue. What?
So if we find the sorcerer and we kill the sorcerer, then nature can go back, and then there will be lots of food and lots of friends, and it will all be good again.
I smell familiar thing. Familiar person. Beast with you. The beast man.
She's
Where is
looking
Beast Man?
around and trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about.
Beast man big and scary. Black fur. Man.
Oh! Is that the guy that we saw earlier? He's not with us. But well, we saw a guy earlier.
You lie,
and-
I smell him.
Tuffy's gonna start looking around again, like sniffing around and see if she can figure it out other than what's probably just left on their clothes or whatever from when they met him earlier. That's another perception roll.
Alrighty. Well, besides the scent left on your own clothes and the you know, there's something.
You're right. Do you know where it's coming from?
Smell others too. An elfy one and little one. He good
Wait
at
a
hiding, too.
minute. Hold on a second.
He smells smoke
She-
and blood.
She goes back to Tom and goes, Tom, could they have followed us? Like the other people from back at the campment?
Tom looks back.
You don't see anyone who's followed you.
Do I see any tracks?
Just your own.
I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean much. What about your senses?
Something is off, and my new little rat friend says that he smells like all the people that we should have done, and it seems to be more than just like what should be left on our clothes.
This one smells Beastman the most, but you have met all of that. Watch.
Wait a minute. Didn't he give us something, Tom?
Hmm? He give you something?
In that case, Tom's going to be searching possessions to see what it was, because I don't remember.
Like, did the other guy from back at the camp give anybody anything?
No. I smell. If you have their things, how do I know you did not take them from their corpses? And yes, just out of character, if nobody remembered, he gave you a crest.
I remembered. I just didn't know if I heard any of this.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, Tuffy was talking to the whole group. She's like, hey, did that other guy give us anything that we brought with us?
You mean this? And Genevieve pulls out the crest.
Ah, shiny thing. The rat runs up and just kind of like jumps and clings to it. He's just like looking into it. No.
There's just like a random rat squeaking at Genevieve because she can't understand him.
It's too blight in here. I do not see dead one. He lives.
Dead one?
One of your pets, Kiki?
It's not a pet. He's the mayor of the town. It's cool. He's not mad at you. What? And she's like talking.
Suddenly
back to
the
rat
rat's
again.
vanished.
The rat vanished?
Yeah, so did the crest.
Wait, what the? Uh-oh.
Suddenly there's a knock on the door of the wagon, which you don't remember closing.
I think we're in trouble.
Crap. Somebody want to answer the scary door?
I will. Hello.
You open the door, and you see a goblin.
Hi.
Hi!
What are you doing in there?
In here? I'm out here. You're in there.
Duffy.
Tuffy's gonna like poke her head out and go like, the hell? And then she's gonna sniff the goblin. Does it smell like a goblin?
Smells like a goblin.
Hmm.
It's got hints of a rat on it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, we have to play it safe.
I don't like being tricked.
Deal with it. Anyway, welcome to, well, Yaren. Kind of. Just, you'll see.
Are you the only one here, or are there more of you?
This will be fun. This will be fun. Alright,
I think he's the only one of him there is.
now, okay, come over here. Over here now. Over here. Alright, you see here.
Tuffy will follow him.
Okay, right then. Now, you remember, or maybe you don't, the whole fountain thing? The water starts flowing in it again.
Yeah.
And
Is it?
all of a sudden, the main piece of the fountain rises up off of the ground. And seemingly expanding, making dust fall into a newly formed hole, plates retract until basically there is a circle, like, you know, the entirety of what is contained within this circle that is made when I ping comes away, and there appears to be a road that just spirals downward. Now, the wagon, the horses, could be done. Could be. Be tricky getting out again. But, yeah, I mean, we tend not to use the entrance that's big enough for such things, but I wouldn't recommend leaving the horses up here. Not unless
Yeah.
you plan on
I-
leaving extremely soon.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the horses. Is there a safe place we can hide the wagon?
Not really. Not up here,
Lovely.
at least. Look, I guess we can take it down a little bit, and then when we reach the first platform, you can kind of park it there, I suppose, and then we'll just walk the rest of the way down.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can watch the tank if it's necessary.
No, you should come with. We can work it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. You might end up with some scratches, but it's just until we get below the surface, then it should be a bit easier.
Hmm.
All right, come on in, come on.
Tavi's gonna lead the horses and warn them that it's gonna be kind of tight and dark and whatever, but not to freak out. And then they're gonna go down.
You descend into the darkness.
I
And
attack the darkness. No wait.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
you defeat the darkness. A wild, advanced darkness appears.
I throw a Pokeball at the darkness.
The
Is
darkness.
it a legendary darkness?
No, this is just advanced darkness. And yes, once you get a bit of scraping and basically having to kind of jiggle the cart a little bit, you manage to get down onto the main part of the ramp. And the ground starts reforming behind you. And you see that... Well, actually, no, you wouldn't see that. But it's clear that basically usually just the central fountain part is usually what's opened, and that these parts that actually allow you to get the cart in are, well, creaking rather loudly and scraping and all kinds of not used much. And you head down for about a couple of minutes, and the ramp opens up to basically what appears to be like a loading unloading area, where it's just a flat platform with enough room for carts to pull up, and there's a building that which looks like a warehouse. Not a very big one, mind you. But that's the thing. From this platform, you can see further down into the cabin. In fact, you don't even see the walls of the cabin. You see the ceiling and you see the floor, but you don't seem to see the walls of it. Alright, should be fine to park here. Park here, yes. And then horses can come down too, I suppose. Might be tricky with steps. But, we'll see. I mean, I'd like it if the horses stay here. And, you know, you just put feed in the thingies so that they can eat. And then we can take the elevator.
She's gonna talk to the horses and be like, "You guys gonna be okay here if I leave you food and water? Can you take care?" She's gonna look at the war horse and be like, "Can you protect this one?"
As long as I've got food and water, I'll make sure she actually eats and drinks it.
Sweet. You guys are awesome, and I love you. And when I find carrots again, there will be carrots.
The younger horse is like, I love you too, and the older one's like, I've come to respect you.
All right, so she's
Close
gonna
enough.
take care of that, and make sure they got enough feed and water for now, and like unhook them a little bit so they can wander around and sleep and stuff, and then be like, stay here.
Alright, everybody on. You see a platform that seems to have come up the center of this spiraling staircase. It looks like it's made of some form of metal painted black and looks rickety as fuck, but there seems to be plenty of room for you all to stand. In fact, the sound it makes is very reminiscent of the secret chair that goes to the secret underground lab in Casper. You know, that kind of ting 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 ting.
Oh dear.
Alright, you coming or are you taking the stairs?
Yeah, we're coming.
Alright. By the way, my name is Vox. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Saphira.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
Okay. Alright, everyone in. Everyone please keep your hands and arms inside of the elevator at all times, otherwise they will be ripped from their sockets. And next up, under Yaren. Hold on to your butts. And she pulls this lever and then suddenly just... Kung! Woof! This thing starts dropping, and there's kind of the occasional spark as the seemingly not perfectly aligned elevator kind of bumps up against the sides. And very quickly you descend upon this grand, sprawling civilization down here. Or at least a city's worth.
So on the way down, Tom is standing on the ceiling upside down with his arms crossed because he can.
It's because like using the momentum just on
Yeah.
the ceiling. Yeah, because there is like the not weightlessness, but like reduced weight feeling of the entire thing. Until all of a sudden it's sort of like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it a little bit. Now I'm pushing it. Okay. Fucking sparks flag everywhere as the brakes hit on this thing.
And Tom is right side up again.
And he just is screeching all the way down, and then so you feel like it hit some form of spring. It just goes. All right, bottom floor. I believe this is the right song. Okay. She pulls the freaking rickety iron grate out. And you seem to be inside of a confined room, and there are guards ahead of you at the door. Who the hell are these people, Vox? They're here to kill the sorcerer. Hey, none of that.
Eh?
Look, they're serious. They're here to kill the sorcerer. They even carried Ravel's crest. Don't worry, I checked. He's still alive. Now, come on. We got people for you to meet. And the guards just shrug and step out of the way. Heading out of this building, you end up on the top of this this peak overlooking this dark chasm. So basically you have the tower directly behind you, so you can't see like back here, but there is a vista that overlooks all of this. Before you, you see extremely dark, sprawling city ahead of you with bridges across what seem to be, well, pits of infinite depth and darkness.
Anyone else reminded of home?
Yeah, actually.
Fox looks at you and goes, "Wait, what? You lived in the Underdark before?"
No, we lived in the Dragon.
Bit different. But, didn't know that. Should have asked. Maybe. I don't know. That seems like a strange thing to ask someone.
That's why we said it reminds us, not it is.
Well, yeah. But, I know there's more than one Underdark, and... By the way, what's your guys' opinion on drow?
We've never seen them before.
Oh, this will be fun. Just be nice. Even if they're kind of dicks to you.
What language do they speak?
Underdark or Undercommon. But I think they
Ooh,
also speak
I
regular
don't know that
common.
one.
Yeah. Some of them speak Elven, mostly out of curiosity. Most speak Common. But, some of the ones who are a bit more traditionalist only speak Undercommon. But yeah, welcome to Yaren, at least that's what we call it. You may hear a couple of names flying about for the place. Because, of course, we didn't really like the name it had. It was a bit tricky to wrap your tongue around. I mean, this is a drow city after all. Yeah, did I mention the drow? I did mention the drow. You've never seen the drow. I remember that now. Sorry, I spent so much time as a rat, I'm not used to having the brain this big a lot of the time.
It's understandable.
Well, maybe I'm just nuts.
Personally, I think a lot of people have that problem.
Yeah, well, okay, so I guess first place, where do you want to go? We got armories with insufficient amounts of ore. We have barracks that are pretty empty. We've got Mage's Guild that's also kind of understaffed. We've got noble manors that, of course, still have the nobles in them. We have the main fortress over there. You see the one that's kind of on its own little wall up there. Over here, kind of all the way in the distance there. You know, the only thing that has a wall behind it to stop people from stabbing that whole thing in the back. Because that's apparently a thing. Even that,
Where
let's try
can
to
we
protect
learn
people.
the most about the Archmage's Tower? The one that sank underground.
Archmage's Tower. So you mean Sorcerer Zelroth Grail's Fortress of Doom! As I've like
Specifically the old tower that's underneath it, yes.
Oh, the library, I suppose? Or Mage's Guild? Maybe some of the nobles. Some of them are a bit sour about that whole dragon thing and taking off without them, you know, so maybe it's not the best subject to bring up, but we'll see who might be interested in telling you without, of course, going on hours and hours of how they got screwed over, blah, blah, blah.
It could be worse. They could be mind controlled by the dragon as it wakes up slowly.
That would be worse. And then there's, of course... Never mind. So, over there is, What?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing is good. Okay, let's go. He heads around the tower and heads to this road. Basically, there's all the commodities of a city, though, you know, things are a bit low population down here. Like, look at the size of this city, and there's probably only a few hundred people living here.
Tom's gonna be looking for any sign of any ninja clans that got left behind.
Okay.
And he's going to be taking 20 on that, so
Taking 20 on that as they wander around town. So
26 total.
26. Okay. Do you have any form of dark vision?
That's an excellent question.
Because it's dark down here. There's like torches every so often, but generally the ambience of the place is still low light. And that's why your little goblin friend kind of has a torch out lit ahead of them.
No, I don't.
Alright.
I do have a ninja kit, which I don't think includes infravision glasses, but
No, those are kind of expensive. Alright. Well, now it's, I guess I'll just, like, she'll lead you kind of into town, as it were. Alright, so this is the ascending tower that you just came from, but you kind of used it as a descending tower. That's, the link to the surface, at least the one for, small cargo and people. And, mind your step, like this bridge is perfectly secure, but, you know, if there's an emergency, it will be drawn up, and, that step's a doozy. I remember when old Teddy Roosevelt, yes, he jumped off there and never came back. I don't know why. I think he was drunk. What was I talking about again? Am I talking about imaginary people again? I might be talking about imaginary people. I don't know. It's kind of hard to remember who was actually real and who was just your imagination when they disappear into the void.
At that point, I wouldn't think it matters anymore.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of shitty for the people that did exist, but whatever. By the way, there is actually white noise of life down here. Like, you see spiders and various other kind of creatures down here. Now, let's see. Where to first? We could just go to the Citadel and you can meet the people in charge. They kind of have the whole thing about, you know, all newcomers must meet the whole people in charge thing, and it's stupid, but yeah, they probably want to talk to you. I mean, maybe they'll be open to talk with you about certain things. Oh, jeez, I must have been talking a lot. I'm tired. Okay, right. Okay, so just head right up the stairs and go straight through the doors. Don't mind the guards. Just say, I don't know. The purple plumpkin flies at night in the darkest of barrows on Tuesdays. Actually, maybe I should just come with you. She just runs up the stairs.
I hate to do this to you, Odin, but I think I'm going to have to lay down.
That's okay. We can kind of stop if you want, because we've been going for a while. I mean, I just wanted to get a session done this year, you know?
Yeah.
It's been 2 hours. This is fine. Like, stop right before meeting the houses. And the elders of the house. Your new allies, as it were. Yes, I'm purposely putting unsure tones on that. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, you guys have good diplomacy, right? Right?
I do.
Okay, good. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Or am I? But yeah, it's been good to actually get a session in finally, guys. Hopefully everyone can be
Yep.
here for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
thankfully, thank you for watching whether live or recorded, everybody. It's been Odin in Gamemastering Pathfinder Dragonfall, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.